Over time as a student, I've come to realize that you succeeding as a student doesn't really have to do with your ability or how intelligent you are. There are 6 signs I'll share with you right now, and if you have these 6 signs and qualities, then that is a proof that you will succeed as a student. If you're a student watching me right now and you really want to know the best study tips on how to pass your exam exceedingly well, please consider subscribing to my channel right now. The very first sign that you succeed as a student, apart from your ability or your intelligence, is that you take responsibility. Now, when I mean by you take responsibility, if you are a student and you always want to take responsibility of your learning, you don't rely on any lecturer or any teacher to teach you anything before you can learn something, and that is a very good sign that you will succeed as a student. The second sign that you succeed as a student, apart from your intelligence or your ability, is that you beat procrastination. Now, everybody procrastinates, there's no doubt about that, but if you are a student that you beat procrastination at every point in time, and that is a very good sign that you will succeed as a student. Procrastination can arise at any point in time when you want to study, when it comes to studying, most especially when you really want to study, maybe waking up in the midnight to study, or just doing some additional tasks. If you're a student that you don't hold your task to the next day, or you don't postpone your task to the next day, and that is a very good sign that you will succeed as a student. So you should continue doing that. And if you're a student that you cannot beat procrastination, this is an opportunity for you to start beating procrastination. And one way you can beat procrastination is to have value for what you are studying. If you have value for what you are studying, at any point in time, you just want to do it. You want to do it at that particular time. But if you don't have value for it, there's a very high tendency that you procrastinate. So start having value for what you are studying, and one way you can have value is to know the reason why you are in school. So if you know the reason why you are in school, you know what you want and why you want it, you have value for it, and there's a very low tendency that you procrastinate. Another sign that you will succeed as a student is that you are inquisitive. That is, you are always curious and you really want to learn. You have the urge to learn. If you're a student and you have the urge to learn at any point in time, that is a very good sign that you will succeed as a student. At any point in time, if you are just curious about why these things happen like that, or why should you just do something like this, then if you have this inquisitive mindset and you are always curious at every point in time, and you have this urge to learn, that is a very good sign that you will succeed as a student. So if you're a student watching me right now and you don't have this inquisitive mind, or you are not always curious, start cultivating the habit of being curious at every point in time. Being curious can push you to learn more, and you'll be able to know more things about your environment and whatever thing you are studying in school. So open your inquisitive minds. Open your mind to learn, and always be curious at every point in time. It is very important. And for students that have this sign, this is the very good proof that you will succeed as a student. So you should keep going, even if you fail along the way. Just be curious and keep going and keep learning. Another sign that you will succeed as a student is that you are always consistent at every point in time. Consistency is very important. If you really want to succeed, even apart from being a student, if you really want to succeed in life, you have to be able to repeat most of the things you are doing over and over and over again to get better results. So if you just do it once and you feel you get results, it's a lie. So you have to keep repeating things over and over again to get a better result from it. Take for example a student that wants to study for his or her exam and just read his notes once. Is not going back to it over and over and over again. You won't be able to transfer that information into your long-term memory, and there's a very high tendency that you will start failing as a student. So apart from your ability or your intelligence, if you are not consistent in your study, if you are not consistent in whatever you are doing, there's a very high tendency that you will fail in those things. So cultivate the habit of being consistent. Try to do things over and over again. If you are doing something and you are not getting the results, don't give up. Just keep doing it over and over again until you get the results you really want. Start being consistent, and if you are a student and you have this quality of consistency, that is a very good sign that you will succeed as a student and even in life as a whole. Another sign that you succeed as a student is discipline. If you are a disciplined student, there's a very high chance and high possibility that you will succeed. Now, discipline is when you don't feel like doing something, you just have to do it. That is just it. If you are disciplined at every point in time, and even at times when you feel reluctant of doing something, but you just stand up and just do it. So if you do this quite a number of times, there's a very high tendency that you will succeed as a student. And for students that do not have this quality, start being a disciplined student. Even at times I feel lazy at times when I want to do some certain tasks, but the fact that I'm disciplined and I really want to get the result out of it, I just stand up. Even if I don't feel like doing it, I just stand up and do it. And most of the time, if at times you might be motivated, but motivation cannot even keep you at times, because by the time you do some certain tasks over and over again, you get tired, and it comes to a point that before you can do that thing again, you have to be disciplined to be consistent. So at times you have to be disciplined to be able to beat procrastination, and you have to be disciplined to be consistent at the same time. So if you are a student that you have this quality, then there's a very high chance that you will succeed as a student. So don't stop being a disciplined student. Another sign that you will succeed as a student is that believing in yourself. This is just the crown of everything. You have to believe in yourself. At some points, as a student, things get difficult along the way. But if you believe in yourself and you believe that you can do this thing, then the sky is your limit. Right? So if you are a student and you don't stop believing in yourself, then there's a very high chance and high possibility that you succeed in whatever you are doing, even in life and even as students, because you can't know it all. And at every point in time, you might be facing challenges, you might be facing difficulties, but if you believe in yourself and tell yourself, I can do this thing, I can do it, and you keep pushing yourself, you keep being disciplined, and you are consistent, then you achieve great results out of it. And if you have this quality as a student, there's a very high possibility and high probability that you will succeed as a student. Now, for more tips on how you can be a better student and improve in your academics, you can check out this video. And this video will actually expose you to so many things that you need to know on how to improve if you don't have all these qualities that I've stated down. And if you have them, you can also check this one out that can help you keep improving and in your academics. So thank you so much for watching this video, and please don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel if you got so much value. So thank you so much for watching, and see you on the next video.